Trent joins us in Chicago, Illinois. Trent, how can we help?
Hey, Mr. Coleman, Mrs. Cruz, how you doing today?
Good. I'm glad you called her Mrs. Cruz because I thought this was going to be Mr. Coleman and Rachel, and I was going to feel like Mr. Rogers.
The age gap
I was going to feel
is
so
real.
old. Good to talk to you, Trent. How can we help?
So, I just got engaged last month
Oh.
to the love of my life.
Congratulations.
And
Congratulations.
We are planning our wedding. I'm actually going out to see a venue today. But while getting ready to take this big step in my life, I decided to run a credit check on my fiancée, who doesn't have, or at least to her knowledge, didn't have any credit card, didn't have any debt. And I've been following the Ramsey plan for the past 5-6 years. So I have no debt. I've been able to cash flow college and everything like that. I'm on my senior year, so I'm almost done. But in pulling her credit report, I found something a little bit disturbing. There was a credit card in her name that showed up as having a balance of $19,000.
Whoa.
And so obviously she was completely shocked by this, and I was shocked by that. So when we went back and I confronted her family, come to find out her mom had opened that card back in 2019 and had, I guess, the entire family on it from what she's been telling me. I haven't been able to corroborate that story with the rest of the family, but
Wow.
she's saying that it's kind of like a family vacation card. And then she told me that she pays it off every month. And by tracking the stuff on Credit Karma, looking at the credit score and everything and the carryover balance, I know it's not true. So now I'm in a situation. I brought it up to her. She got super defensive, told me that I can't live without a credit score and the whole 9 yards of I can't get a mortgage and all that. And I told her that, listen, I've saved up. I'm going to go through manual underwriting. I don't need a credit score. I don't need debt to live my life, and I'm going to be debt free for my entire life. And she's telling me that I need to find or go to counseling financially so that I can figure out how to take care of her daughter, since obviously I don't understand finances. So
Okay.
here for some counseling.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're your counselors. Is that it?
I need a swig of Pepto-Bismol. My stomach has turned about 4 times already. My goodness.
Okay, so Trent, there's 2 elements of this. The second element I'll just hit first because I think it's an easy one. You're not going to convince her otherwise. So by you guys just going back and forth with your opinions, you're not going to convince her. She's not going to convince you. And so you have to be able to go forward in this relationship with her daughter. And obviously your fiance needs to be comfortable and secure enough in you guys to say, yeah, whatever my mom says, because she's going to be saying this, Trent, for the next 50 years possibly. You know what I mean? So like you're going to hear this all the time, and just making sure that you and your fiance are on the same page, because that's all that matters, right? The extended family, whatever they choose to do or what they believe, that doesn't matter as much anymore because it is your family. It's now you guys that once you get married, like it's you guys. So making sure your fiance and you are on the same page. And so not trying to sit there and convince your mother-in-law. So that was kind of one part. The end of your call is what you were speaking of, were those arguments. And that's so frustrating. And I'm really sorry about that. Okay. And then the first one, which is obviously the one that majorly affects you and your fiance, is, I mean, that it's illegal. She stole her identity is what she did. And I guess forged a signature. She signed for her and everything. I mean, had to have to open the credit card.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yep. So what I would do is contact, she needs to remove the balance. She needs to open up, if she's living the credit card life, that $19,000 immediately needs to be put back on her in her court. And so that's what I would say, is that the next move is that, and I don't care how you do it, when you do it, or no, I care when, but like whatever avenue you choose, this $19,000 balance needs to be off of my fiance's name because she didn't do it. Does the mom see anything wrong with it, Trent? Because here's what's messed up too, is there's a trend going around, Ken, with people opening up cards in their kids' names and doing this, and they pay bills so that their child gets a good credit score when they turn 18. I mean, there are parents doing this now. And the whole idea is, yeah, but if they get stuck with a balance, then it's the kid's responsibility then to pay it at 18, which is just absurd. So this is exactly what's happened, but she did it in secret. So was she Like, does the mother, like, does she take any ownership in it at all? Like, to say, yeah, there's facts that there are $19,000 that you've not paid. That is your bills, not your fiance's.
No, ma'am. Unfortunately, she does not. She thinks that she's helping her out by building her credit score and getting her started and giving her a, at least from the conversation that I've had with her, giving her a ability to, just in case we fall into hard times when we first get married, you know.
What is your fiance's? What has your
credit card.
fiancée said or done to this point with her own mother?
She's a little bit more of a non-confrontational type. So, and the mom has always kind of run her finances, and she still stays at home with her parents.
Hey, dude.
So
your fiance needs to close the account. It's under her name. So she needs to go and just close the account completely.
That's right.
And if this mother keeps this up, Trent, I'm like, I hate to say it, this is like where legality comes in. I mean, this is legal
this is
stuff.
financial
and I
fraud.
know, but you guys, you don't have the money, Trent, necessarily to go and fight your mother-in-law in court.
No, but here's the deal, Trent, that I'm going to tell you this. Rachel's right, but this is a serious conversation with your fiancé. She has to close the account. She must confront this on some level. Or if I were you, my friend, I'm not saying break up with her, but I would hold off on the wedding until this stuff gets solved between your future wife. She's got to say, all right, Mom, boundaries here. She's got to put up some boundaries. In fact, can we get her a copy of the book Boundaries by our dear friend, Dr. Henry Cloud? Hang on the line. I want you and your wife to read this together. This is a fantastic book that will really help you. And while we're at it, get them necessary endings while I'm giving away free books. But you need some help here, and you two need to be on the same page. It's dangerous territory going forward.